Eye Nensoko TV, Oboroso Bw'Omugusi.
Kegima omwanchi omurigereria wigetasini Bw'Ensoko etarikine yemo mutinyu 12 omwaka bw'ekiri bubere 2025 omutinyi omuya kegima bw'amasesenia naboigo omogoko omwanchi omurigereria nogosemeria kwane ngakwabere gokoyechaka buya kegima nemogoroba engia astokumirana asemesa yamangana maya imegetasini Bw'Ensoko erinde ngomanye naro yabere kagokorekana korwa chingongo chonsi inyechense ekero mwanchi omurigereria omaete litukeriga asense ngima egoikerania lituko lyoborwaire bw'enyamoreo ase abantu chinsemo chikaunti chonsi 42 chaba chikumirana chinsemo elinde kurikirania litukeriga nagosemia abantu igoro yogwetanga nabo igokora oborwaire bw'enyamoreo mwanchi omurigereria ayongatiari ngwariganete ase omogoroba orero lianenkerubo Frida nabalito kubwaterana asoko enekebuna chibi cyane lyogiria gukira sole ase nchira ya bene nere Felistas Kabendi bakubwaterana Dorin Kemunto naboigo Brian Achaka amona tolli toskato nyegera gwirana ndasegekeke kerbosio elinde ngomanye amange. Kuyachaka amaya yebirebiga omwanchi omurigereria nigo tukuyachaka korwa sorgongo orwa busi asengo komenyebuna ekero ensengima yalinge korikirania lituko lyoboroire bw'enyamoreo lituko lya rero nigababwatani bobochenu naboigo ebyombe basangerekana emeyegeti ke University ya Kisii eliwosanga ekerenga kyomwako yiga okora oboroire obwokorwa ase abasae korengana nomokonyi bumo Vice Chancellor intenenera we University ya Kisii Professor Mzee Awor nigo akwanire igoro yobuya bwesomya gosibwogosemia abasae igoro yogwetanga kurwa asokonyora oboroire oboiga asekeria ainekebuna nigo University yo ebwate aborkiwa chiribu 25 nonyama iga ya serikali yense ya Amerika kubutora ogosira ase ogokora oboroire oboiga nige serikali ya county ya Kisii yerobeire ase okolika abanyagitari lyogoikera ekerengo kyabalia basiretie emirimo ase bono abasae baboligwe gwesokya kwenekia ngwetanga bare kurwa ase okonyora oboroire obwo murikito Pethuel Machini na mange.
Ekerensingima yaring kurikirania litukuri burire bw'enyamoreo rero nigabobotani obobochenu naboigwe byombe obasangerekana emegeti ye University ya Kisii erigo sange kirenga kyomwako yiga gukora oborire obwo korwa sabasae korengana nomukonyi bo Vice Chancellor intenenera we University ya Kisii Professor Mzee Awor nigakwanire igoro yobuya bwogosemya abasae igoro yogwetanga korwa oborire oboiga asekire nige University yo ebwataborokiwa chirwe 25 abo baganeiria maigeria yo.
Today we are commemorating World AIDS Day and we have joined with the county of Kisii and other stakeholders from around here just to have a chat with the young people on how are they responsible on matters of HIV/AIDS, because as a university we have about 28,000 students, and then that tells you how risky the population could be. And so as a university we take it upon ourselves to ensure that we sensitize the students, we create awareness, and even go ahead provide condoms for them to be able to just give them healthy lifestyles. and also we are empowering them to be responsible on matters health.
So we are using the young people to have a conversation with the young people that yes, it is real, we may need to draw back to all the prevention measures that we have. One is that we must test ourselves, do frequent testing, just get to know where we are, our status, so that we prevent infecting others and we also able to live positively.
Asensema ya mwaziri Bw'Endurume kaunti ya Kisii Ronald Nyakweba nigaine kirimuna ebirengo bya baria bakonyoro burirobo igesabwe nikiwe imense ya Kenya kaunti ya Kisii nigo bwakire asekerengo gie isato chinugutaisa na isato igoro yemia
ketwo burirobo atangasi tu Kenya bari baruwarete barenge percentage ya 8.9% bari bamenya tabone burirobo lakini natokwa na boniga Kenya ngima bari bamenya tabone burirobo banyare go kea kuru 8.9 now today at 3.3 lakini Kisii County from 8.9 today we stand as 3.8% bari bamenyete no I mean bari the preference yani bari na bokonya goka ase imeye stamenyete se county yetu ya Kisii so bari babwate 3.8% lakini abange bari bakonyoro buriro ne bijana
no nyamaiga ya serikali yense Amerika kubutorogosira asogokora oburirobo nige serikali ya county ya Kisii yebangiri asokurika abanyagitari eryo gwikera ekerengo kyabaria basirite miremo yabo.
And even if the funding was coming from the donors and that has been reduced, we have to step in and now support our people. And as a university here, we have tried to adjust our budget accordingly to be able to provide these services to the young people that was being supplemented before by the donors.
Ndo wata bakolega zaidi ya 600 bale ngwa kanu mushara directly ne US government. US government bado ngoto ya renge ARVs amariyo kali abantu bakoje babwate HIV and AIDS. The test kits bamo bindu birimo gutumeka wa test no HIV no bwate HIV. Lakini recently ya reduce number hiyo. For the last 5 years ina bakanya reduce wasake asake lakini the last 3 months mba reduce number abantu aba 200 employees mbagenda anka. Lakini intuo muna serikali ya county ya Kisii omugabano yito Paul Simbarati aka move very fast akalika abanyagitari 110 mbari yuko bachere gas bachaye okore gas
asebono abasayi baboriwe wesokia na kwenekya ngwetanga barekurwa konyoro burairobo iga
ne bichana bari abake bamurabake myaka gochaka kianda paka 24 years oburero obura bonga sabana abo igeto go saba bijana ngaka muranche mo subscribe to ABC igo ebijana semwa betaka muranche mogana mokoro testing oburero boro bonga sana ngati ya ino munaba murabake nabaswati abake
Kuraiga ase University ya Kisii kuripoteria maya Mejen Soko TV Nchimpethuel Machin.
Kugenderia oroboti uru mwanchu muligeria oroboti ru mwako yiga kurwa ase kiombe kilia gekumulikira amangana yenyamuleo ensengima units mwaka w'ekiribubire 2025 epidemiological estimates nigorokoro kyabuna abantu 1,035,000 oika 1,045,000 ase bali 1,3.2 ensengima nigo bali nebinyinyi byenyamuleo ase mwaka oeta bw'ekiribubire 2024 abantu 1,000,000 ensengima nigo bambukirigwa ebinyinyi ebyo boya abande chiribu chimisana nemo ne 30 bagasiria obugima bwabo gwetera amarwaire akorentwa nebinyinyi ebyo chimilioni chinde 31.5 noyomo nigo bale koegwa amaliogo yogotanga obutindi bw'ebinyinyi ebyo gose antiretroviral therapy kolengana na statistics cha Kenya abantu 1,000,000 nigo bale nebinyinyi ebyo ekero eserikali ekoenekia amange amabe akorentwa n'endwari iyo yenyamuleo nigo ekubulia abantu bonsi gwetanga kurwa ase okonyora ebinyinyi byenyamuleo erinde kulinda egesaku Mulikito Vincent Monda na mange
tariki 5 mutinyu gatano na limo mwaka 1981 enseme gutanga nabo igokurwania moroire imeyense ya America the United States for Disease Control and Prevention ekabwato koropoti goro yoburoire bw'enyamoreo obo bwatolire imeyense na ndebore no botindi obonene nabo igo nebyuno ao emiaka ene yaetete ministry y'obochenu aiga Kenya ekararia na kweneka ebinyinyi ebyo omuchando okoretwa n'ebinyinyi ebi tochieti koira ng'ora nigo ororekanete kwa serikali chonsi chinga kichingong'u buna chiko yorusia sabanto omuchando oyo gwekabono iga oiranirie abantu abange magega aseng'encho chinga kichinyinge nigo koira ribaga rinene abwase togoeteria chinga kitware koira koroberia magenderero twachira soburoire obo kurwe kesi gatangani kyoburoire bw'enyamoreo korarigwa gwekabono iga ang'a abantu chimilioni 90 ya mochinu gutenya ensenkima nigo bakunirwe n'obotindi bw'ebinyinyi ebyo abwase chimilioni 44 nuguteyemo basiririe obogima aya ngoreng'ana n'ekiombe kia UNAIDS ekiombe ekio nende kiamenta goteba buna 53 asemia y'abantu babwate ebinyinyi ebi n'abasubati ebirengo bya 53 asemia y'abaria babibwate nigo bamanyete buna babibwati korenda abantu chimilioni 5 nigo babibwate batamanyeti omoelio bw'omutinyu 12 bw'omwaka oeta abantu chimilioni 31 nkonyora barenga mariogo aliago kanyo botindi nabo igokoranda ase ebinyinyi ebyo ase omwaka oeta abantu chiribuchi 530 mbasiria amagima abo gwetera amaroira akoretwa n'ebinyinyi ebyo abo ase chiribuchinde 52 ase abantu abo bari abana baria bari nsi y'emiaka 13 nabo igo keretageka egweta omonto oyo omongosiria arenga obogima kere wiki abasaye chiribwinye ngotambukirwa abarenga ebinyinyi ebyo asorogongo rwa sub-Saharan ya Africa koreng'ana n'ekiombe kia Stats Kenya abakenya baria basiria amagima abo ase omwaka oyo nechiribwa 21 na kianda abwase abantu 1,502 bakorwa ase kaunti ya Kisumu ekero ensengima ekoira rituko erio ritang'ani ase omutinyu 12 kero omwaka komoreka mono igoro y'endwari eye eserikali nigo ekoraga abantu korengwa gosemba bwate ebinyinyi ebyo nari barakeania obotindi bokoretwa n'ebinyinyi ebi nonyechi serikali ao chabekire meroberi emenge yo gotanga okwambukirwa okoranda nabo igokorwania obotindi ase ebinyinyi ebi nigekorokia buna esegeye titoraya tabuya n'omochando ogokona montonde bwensi ase chinga kichinde chionsi egento getigarete nogotema gwetanga onye gekonyarekana. Vincent Monda, Ensoko TV.
Serikali ya kaunti ya Homa Bay gekobwatirana n'iri shirika rya AIDS Health Care Foundation nigo yatwarire omusangirikano bogosemia abantu igoro y'oburoire bw'enyamoreo ase geti kia Onundo sub county ya Mbita ene nchere yamo yokobwatirana n'ense engima eliokorwa obasemia igoro y'oburoire bw'enyamoreo nagotumanya omulikito Wycliffe Orenge.
Nasegeti kia Onundo Stadium Mombita county ya Homa Bay. Abu ase serikali county ya Homa Bay yekubwatirana n'iri shirika rya AIDS Health Care Foundation barigania omusangirikano bukoroba semya gochia asa omenyi bensemeyo ikuru y'echinchera chindonge cyo gwetanga kurwa asa obwerani obuburire bw'enyamoreo buna enchere yemo yokubwatirana n'iki serikali chinde rekolinyora litukuri nyamoreo ensengima.
Celebrating World AIDS Day today, and we are graduating around 20 gone through the HIV prevention program. With the funding cut, most of them have faced off. They're not here, and we are really standing with the children where to take them because they were supporting school fees, and also they were supporting the households with economic empowerment.
HF Kenya is an non-governmental organization that is based in Kenya. Since some years back, our mission statement is to provide cutting-edge medicine and advocacy regardless of ability to pay. We are striving to have all our clients who are on care to have a better life regardless of being able to pay.
Babwatani bekiombe kia HF niko bate babuna nigo balinega ngenene yokuroba semia na boy gogosira gokorengwa kuburoire obwo bw'enyamoreo.
So today being World AIDS Day 2025, our theme is ending the triple threat. Triple threat generally talks about about the young people. We are striving to end new HIV infections, we're striving to end teenage pregnancies, we're trying to end sexual and gender-based violence. The steps that we put in place to ensure that the triple threat is handled well include, and not limited to, sensitization of the youth, providing of information. We have HIV testing and counseling, provision of condom use, provision of medication, that is ARV medication, and of course preventive medication including PrEP.
County ya Homa Bay nega TH county chiria chibwate karenge kanene kyoborero gwenya mareo a Sorogongo rwa Nyanza.
The prevalence for HIV in Homa Bay County is at 10.6, and people living with HIV/AIDS in Homa Bay is around 126,000, of which we have PIDS children who are also living with HIV/AIDS. Around 8,000 children are living with HIV/AIDS.
Abantu bonsi nigo basemigwe gwetanga korwa aso bwererania buburwire bwenyamoreo anene kigima aso gutumeka chinchira chiabene buna emepira amo na mariogo.
The program, so right now we are at home but still encouraging those who have not got the infection to keep themselves safe, and we are telling them to use condom correctly and constantly.
Egati abari barware to boriro obwo nigo baerera na kuroba semia igoro yichenchera kibabere bakomenya na kubarenda abande kurwa aso kwambokerwa oboriro obwe.
And ever since, I've never been stigmatized. I've never regretted being positive. And there are things that have really made me to reach where I am. One of it is self-awareness. I created my whole self-awareness. I did not wait for anyone to come and encourage me. Because this is the target group, the young people. I want to encourage the young people to go know their status. It's healthy, it's important. And once you are found positive, you will start this journey, and if you accept it, you will work and you will live positively and you will live healthy, just like any other person.
Ngima litukulia rero ni gori arengerio gochengera abantu bari borete oborwere bwenyamareo na bwo kubasemia bange igoro yechinjera chiabena cyo gwetanga korwa ase oborwere obwe asegete kiga kyondo stadium ekikotoka asensemo ya Mbita county ya Homa Bay nigo abantu na babwatani abanyako bagwikirana gaiga elindo kubasemia abamenyi bensemeye goro chinjera chindonge cyo gwetanga korwa soborwere obwe bwenyamareo bingo reporteria Ensoko TV korwa gaiga Mbita county ya Homa Bay letariane Wycliffe Arenge.
Kusikavasio musacha w'imyaka 45 oyurweta sensemo ya Marani ime county ya Kisii nigerusirie obomoyo wetera ogwesungia ase omote omutambe asensemo yegechini ime ward ya Itibo ebunge ya North Mugrange county ya Nyamira kolengana na biroli nigo bairera buna nyagusira nabwate ebirengererie binge gento kireretere kurwa ase county ya Kisii oika bonyakorome ime ya Nyamira abuli tukole igoro ase aberetwe aike kurwa asomotoyo kolende taigwerete mulikito Steven Nyarikie Mbunde na mange
Amagombo hoborona mayanda ni gabetanse ase kenyoro kigechini wodi ya Itibo bunge ya North Mugrange me Nyamira mega yomosacha samareta chosia mayeka bw'emyaka 45 gutugekana gesungetie asomoto muringa momotambe mono
kinibone so munkwano yochete iga kenyoro kikiane unsare rieta igarweta ale sofa kaki ongo sabana kaki ngerete kiki kaje ta boiri mboya na jiri ko unengia boiri bwa mboya iga kaki gana kumire na ki nyasao yo utari ko iru hoteli utari ko rio meno ngikere to mwana yo igora sabari nenda ko rino ngie so bambe tu gie so ria sasa mbaga ko yani kerke yes ari ngare to sukobeka je timitasi oto chifiti ekirabe ange butistini yes era na ba jeda kabambureni na ore pirato otebe tera akaisaba kamutene muiro isera ote lakini ari ngare ari anakani
igoro morogo basa 12 na linyigwete bikurate bichiete igoro ekaro twachigocha na botonya ore to muntu uri are moyo igoro
Wengenta gakimete igora atamete tanyale kurusi bono muko ijeri gune bichuni gaki gento kamwarire mwatebi nona bagambi baitongo ruboro gokonyi
gakwenekia yo mugambi oitiboro location Pius Nyanaro nigerere nga oropoti ro mosayo yo kurina somoto yo motambe oyurwete kurwe county ya Kisii asensemo ya Marani nigaro nyorete habugoro marogoba
twatebiri OCS ekerenyo bache ne bifaa byo gotokonya kurusio mubero yo asura asa tambe ekiagera oise kubwato kukorugoro gosarika abairi babo barokanira iga kurumarago bantu mu maeti oikera bone gatwa mumanyire igabwato boiri gochibiego na ende gakoro kuchosia na marieta nendo ndete kunyanyora sobere Marani igona batoko
sanga kwa hii kisa kimefanyika nimestaajabu sana. Huyu mjamaa ametoka huko Isui Marani huko ametoka mbali sana. Wakati ametoka huko Isui Nyaribari mpaka hapa wote Mogirango ege chini Nyamira county Ekerenyo sub county akuja kuchinyongea hapa kwetu ege chini. Hiyo ni mbaya mbovu.
Ngana na nginani gakweranga chosia mayeka ni gamotebeti nga onyorre gasikisumu goika akabora na gotogekana gasirete
chosia mayeka ari chuakari se sigari cyake bo cyomo cyanga itukuria ya Sunday aiga rwetenka agante ni onyorre keberwa Kisumu bona Kisumu yenera agate morogo bakanyana bigire kiminiriko ngamate narikire ngamate itoko ganyanduke ngaya nganyorire keberwa nganda Kisumu no mwana getamu kungira kama uri bana butuko tokuragira umenya ko genda ngaya yatigangenda akasoka iga kaimu kichanga tia yakasoka bana kurweri goro karairi nyumba paka bana gakatebanga bantu komnya kibare timbaro kibanda bwa komnya kinga kibori sa bara chwa kali bakatebamba mu minyogete na basiete igo
nige kurentindi yabekirwe go cyabasaya gotesona na mariogo yogotindi na gukwana ekero bare no mochando kebongo
boli abasaye baito kamuranje batwaro chekera gotire genda tutigerete neki sigara ruteteise neki besa cyarenge singi 200 na ena batoko boli abasaye baitekera babwato mochando bakwana egere goika bakonywa na ende kero twachiete komosorora ira nego chance na bakanita gatana injengo gena n'umuntu
Steven Nyarikemone Soko TV North Mogirango county ya Nyamira.
Goskabosio muteneneri we factory yecha ya Sanganyi ense yo munyakerogo Andrew Onteri imeya wodi ya Kiabonyoru ensemo yebunge ya Borabu ni goli tkolia lero bakorire egekaro ky'umwaka ilyo kumulikira na seki baliera bonus yabo inse korengana ne board member ya zone 10 Vincent Atei okoborwa gwechiro machengumbu ogosiegwa kwa machani yebironi wicha ebinge kobomo na madeni ngati yabiri birira bonus kobanse
Bagapan chaye tokeri kogenda irani not even a cage no ere mumba ita ende to akon goti Sudan ikile chipi one market to pone iti to akon goti mumbwa ngon ege tokerge ko Kenya lero ke tacha ngumbuga nothing inchebuno mo director there's nothing I can do ita irone ende to kusiboka mugondo daily kila litoko gosebokere ne kurusiri kumore motere ga yasiegwa on a daily basis lakini asiego chia nobody knows ita itoko ni sa PF1 itoko ni go Pakistan sai unande board member ayenti market ya ekar to sieka kumwaka yetu abwato almost 900,000 kilos PF1 sai I managed to sell everything ntobuga even a cage ya PF1
tikura kwa mwa anti akore tu mwa to dore to bigi ya to koreti IPC egakodai 6 million. Kiasi kutoka askari mpaka wote. Usia 18 almost 6 million. Right. Kwa timi tingi kile to kurangiriwa. KTDA gotorangirire meeting tipoti gotorangirire meeting baria KTDA bai gotwakana gose tipoti te obaraki te twakana ene factory ase pache tieri ito toko Rusia twatumeke transport ende twanyore tukora asa wakana tokegere te kagenda baigo ne yo 6 million ya chete euro. That is why Oborwaire. Kiara wasi kitima kabe. Efisi nero. Efisi ne linga ekara to akorire quota to akorire. No manye pe mo ekato akorira quota te kwa ala sabuni. Ala sabuni na ende talinga ne sabuni ya ne. Aga keigo.
Ege tokero kero kibaterera. Ekero ba bulu go ba tebana. Mo go kesi. Akiro mo to mo kiro na tebe tukuru ali kesi. Ayo go ta go. Tigana ichoko le. Bona kero to ichalo kesi. Bona choko woni ga. Ege ke mo ya tebe tuna. Enga kiri miyake ya batare itabago torua. Wai karasa. Watora batare itakusema takuturumwa. Yani elibago tukoro kagosene tatu. Pero kibakale tia bakale ye gona raki seichu.
Totani wana raka kuna miti kwa ile
Waziri bw'ekisemi Julius Migosi ogamba nigaikira nase skuru y'obubundi ya Eldoret ime county ya Uasin Gishu ase baikirania omuyiga bukobekera aborokiwa egotwa okwana niga nekebuna eserikali nigebegete emirobiri yogosira chiskuru cy'obubundi korengana n'umurobirio CBA elio kwenekebuna maiga ya maigelio keroyomo nkwenyorerare emirimo korengana n'okugania wechiro.
This polytechnic contributes to Kenya's technical workforce in terms of artisans, technicians, technologists, and innovators. And this achievement is indeed worth celebrating. As you mark 40 years of existence, you also mark a legacy of empowering thousands of young people who are today contributing meaningfully to our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Kenya, under the leadership of His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, remains firmly committed to equipping our youth with employable skills that meet the demands of both present and future labor markets. Through the modular curriculum and the competency-based education and training, and all our other policies, including the recognition of prior learning and the dual training policy, we are not only imparting theoretical knowledge, but also ensuring that our trainees gain practical, hands-on competencies aligned with local and international industry standards. We are reforming the TVET system to strengthen industry engagement, and the partnership between TVET institutions and industry is no longer optional. It is essential, and that is what the MP was referring to, that we now have a dual training policy that requires that we partner with industry, we partner with all the government projects that are taking place so that our trainers become part and parcel of the workforce in those projects.
Wanchi murigereria kurwa soroboti ruae Julius Migosi ogamba nigotoko enyorera libaga riogosoa asumuti keigo tosiomie chituka keigo kurinde toska tonyegera kwira nturasege kege kekerwosyo elinde tobeto gosanga amange.
Eye Nensoko TV, Oboroso Bw'Omugusi.
omwancho mulire Bw'Ensoko TV
igetaseni Bw'Ensoko TV ibwatira senge nchao
kokoretera amang'ana amaya
ayatabwati gwanchero ko rwonsi kurime yagusi na isiko yagusi
to kubekera tene ni anyare ko bakawateka
atabwati gwanchiro monda Bw'Ensi
korwa se ebunge ya Kitutu Chache South Meye County ya Kisii elietariane Caroline Mausa
kurwe county ya Nyamira elietariane Steven Embonde
kurwa se county ya Kisii elietariane Wycliffe Orenge
mera na inche Dominic Onderi Nyabuto ekeranya gukoreta amang'ana amaya ko ritukira Jumatatu paka ritukira Jumapili
jeni gongor perpetual machin na nyora netrobin Bw'Ensoko TV oboroso bomogusi
amarire ni gagendrete gutose mwana boire bukia tali Yesu sera ekegonko esukari lisabeso ukurasa kwa manyinga yani blood pressure ninki turakore wetanga kuri wasare nyora lichibu asomrobilyo Obogima n'Obocheno asora bigo kumeni wanabanyagitari bamarwire ao nabo yabamanyi bande bayatungetyo Obocheno kumurikira amarwire n'Oborwaire nyora mrobilyo Obogima n'Obocheno na Caroline Mausa kirali tukule Jumatatu chinsa iberi chabutuko ime Bw'Ensoko TV oboroso umugusi
kera kama tingatara ngaigeta oni ya Nyamira na rena shauri sangwe ngararombo ijana umuntu batera mabwari
Muligeri Bw'Ensoko TV oyo no moroberio gwokongolia mareko na inje mwana mboka Edwin Yang'au turabe tukumira na kira litukulie iki uchakera chinsa 11 chamogoroba wikenseyemo yabutuko kugwakorire mirimo yawo yerituko kwabukire orosete uikaransitero yawo buyanda chitasikeruko orambulete mirondo kunyagusibero ngoli nari ase screen ne chingero chikoletwa na mwanambuka Edwin Yang'au ano to konyora chingero chionsi echiegita na chobenga kwa nubukano echiembegetere ndo songengo to amereria
bakaliya omotoya kabwatwa bakaliya omotoya kabwatwa amatukemero ngena gaika kabwatwa
mirna nabalibe chinguru erikwe manyabo na wataka kuruchitananya chinse Frida Kerubo Innocent Onyango Clinton Ondigi Diana Ndemo Ishmael Mogere Linet Nyambane Daniel Omwaga eke nakige kos kiamesa yamangana maya tomo chago tengere merobere ito yogosemia na gukumanya yago korekana kira lituko nabariki baitu be andrete chinga kichons asengencho yao eariganie asobo tengali botali no mubwekano Eye Bw'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'umugusi
Mwancho muligereria karibu sana tokaendea gosanga imeya maya Bw'Ensoko TV. Gosikabosio ekiombe gya Africans Rising nigo kiaruro kubulia gochia ase ababirika bonsi weso kiaritkoria ankyo ase obonge na kuinyora abantu bense ya Sudan abo ase obosalia bogendrete abarayibe kiombe kyo nigo bagikeire egekore kyo ase batebire negendo kyoboso kuchinga kya abantu bagendrete gusiria obugima bwabo nabo igo enibo nabalieti bali korwanirira gusigukwanira neyo mulikito Linet Nyambane na roboti orwe
ekiombe gyokwegerera obwene bwa mwanyabantu gya African Rising gyesokire na kugikeria obosaria oboiti na boigo okunereriwa kogenderete imeyense ya Sudan gukwana kurwa ase omochio Nairobi abarayibe kiombe kyo nigo bamochire chinse cheisko asogosegeta chisegi chigenderete ase enseyo
of a decades-long campaign of militarized violence led by forces that have repeatedly sabotaged the Sudanese people's democratic aspirations. the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces, born from the Janjaweed militias that usurped the Sudanese revolution during its birth, are products of the same authoritarian machinery. Factions of an old regime that built its power through impunity, terror, and ethnic division. Their war is the consequence of a system designed to destroy hope and aspirations for peace for the people of the Sudan.
Mauaji bado yanaendelea katika nchi ya Sudan, ilhali Afrika na Waafrika wengi sana bado wamezidi kukimya. Vita imeendelea kwa zaidi ya miezi 32. Zaidi ya watu 150,000 wamepoteza maisha. Over 150,000 people have been killed. Na tuwezi tukazidi kunyamaza hali ikiwa hivi. Waafrika wote lazima tujitokeze, tupaze sauti na tuongelee mambo ya Sudan. Kwamba zaidi ya watu milioni 12 wamehamishwa, watu milioni 12 wamehamishwa kimabavu. Na huu ndio uhamishaji mkubwa zaidi ulimwengu mzima. Wanawake wamebakwa, watoto wameuliwa, kuna maeneo ambapo hakuna chakula, na Waafrika katika nchi ya Sudan wanazidi kuteseka mwezi baada ya mwezi.
Chingakie checho nigo bamochiriense ya Kenya ase okoba igatie chinse chiria chigenderete gusira chisegi chigenderete asense ya Sudan.
Nchi za nje zikome kuingilia mambo ya Sudan. Nchi ya Saudia, nchi ya United Arab Emirates, nchi ya Misri na hata nchi ya Kenya zikome kuingilia mambo ya Sudan. Kwa sababu kama hao ndio watapeleka bunduki, watapeleka silaha na waendeleze vita ili waweze kuchukua zile rasilimali. Sisi kama Waafrika tuwezi kubali, kwa sababu hii ni mambo ambayo imefanyika katika nchi nyingi zingine. Serikali ya Kenya itumie zile taasisi kama IGAD, iwe ni African Union, iwe ni Umoja wa Mataifa, United Nations. Tumie hizo taasisi ili kufikia suluhisho, badala ya kupeana hizi silaha katika vita hii ambayo inaendelea na ambayo ni vita ya wakali.
Nonya nabo abaraya bo baruru kuboria gochia asa barai be serikali kurwa chinse cha Afrika wesokia na kugikeria obusari obu.
Viongozi wa Afrika pia waache kunyamaza. Tumefika katika wakati ambapo viongozi lazima waongee kuhusu kile kinachoendelea katika nchi ya Sudan. Washtumu mauaji, washtumu ubakaji, washtumu maovu yanayoendelea. Na kama viongozi wa bara Afrika wataongea, tutajua kwamba wameacha watu wa Sudan wamezwe na historia ya vita.
Arenayo nigo abamenyi bense ya Sudan baborigwe kubwatera omorembe koboko. Goripoteria Ensoko TV kurwa ase omocho Nairobi. Irietariane Linet Nyambane.
Archbishop Arthur Kitonga kurwa ase kanisa ya Redeemed Gospel nigo abasabire abarai bechi kanisa koralia omorembe na gutiga kubanchira abanasiasa gutumika chikanisa asokorenta ogwataneneka ase gati yabarai okwana imeya oyugis ebunge ya Kasapul asumo yigabo kubabekera egutwa omoreverend omoya Vitali Sodor nigo omokonyi b'omugavana bwe county ya Homa Bay Oyugi Magwanga abasabira bamenye be county yo kubwaterana n'omujumbe omochore Bw'Endurume na serikali ya county ya Homa Bay eliokonyora amagendero na nene mono batige gutumika abanasiasa asokorenda chibura buru chingaki chi campaign.
There are even some preachers who are using the pulpit to abuse people.
Push the task to you as the church to pray for peace in this country. As we are heading for elections where all sorts of behavior, violence and the rest will be taking a place, I appeal to you to pray for this nation,
for the unity, for the peace, for us to remain as one. Otherwise, if the violence take over, then we are not going to have a country to celebrate. That is actually my prayer. In most cases, as we are witnessing this consecration, a number of people do not understand the import. We are being consecrated and we don't internalize what is done. As they are done, they pass through and we are left to be something else. As we have been told that let us lead by example.
Kampuni yokorosia chinguru chumuliro imeyense yabikire ese iyo kuigwana ni kampuni ya nupya iliyo gocha kwenekia ngochire gutinya obokoreri bwe chinguru chumuliro imeyense okwana asege ikaro gyokobeka chisei imeyomochio Nairobi mwasire bwe chinguru chumuliro opio wendanye ni naboigo omunyakerogo Okenjen Alfred Agoi oigo omunyakerogo onupya Professor Lawrence Gumbe amaona baraibande korwa ase chikampuni echo ase bakwanire egetambukirekyo negati ya biribigo chia kwenekia ense ya Kenya ngogendere ebirengo bigoro elinde babe bagoikerania agenda eyomorai gwense.
The MOU is going to set out areas of cooperation between the two organizations, and especially with regard to the implementation of the first ever nuclear energy power plant in Kenya. As you are aware, His Excellency the President has time and again proclaimed that Kenya needs to move to the first world status. Kenya needs to become a first world economy in the shortest time possible. And one of the enablers for that transition to happen is the availability of adequate, reliable, clean, and affordable energy.
Contributing close to 70% of the power consumption in Kenya. We get our power from hydro, geothermal, thermal, and wind. We now want to digress to go to the nuclear energy. We are prepared. When the president announced that he needs 10,000 megawatts of power within 10 years, we knew that that is a responsibility that KenGen must take, being the biggest power generator. And we quickly emptied that vision into our mission and strategic plan. And now we are prepared to go the long way in helping the ministry establish the nuclear power.
Maiga yechinguma kohene kiwanga nego aborkyo abagwa kanali yaki ase ogweta amatemu nigeo ekyombe gyokorwania obokurume gya EACC kimukia egetambukiro naboigo gochakia obotuki ase abakagerwa babere ebebikorebyo obare Philip Dawa naboigo Fidel Omondi litko lyalero kolengana no roboti nigo kohene kebuna nigo abakagerwa abo bakageire kwimukia chibesa korwa ase aborkiwa linda kohene kebuna ngweta bare amatemu abo ase eskuru gose ase skuru imeyorosagia rwakisi eyo manyikanete buna kibit
hiyo nini alituma wale wako wasema walienda
Ziada hiyo unaandika sure an example we assist you. Serial numbers. Unaanzia 1 serial number.
Miamano sana mwanchi umurieri abwe getaseni gihensoko kwa bere kugotubwatia korutwa gachagete amaya imeye nsoko gwikira bona igato ikire omwaere nyara yonsi naboko yabwatia gwetera sense meri ye mitandao Facebook nabo igo YouTube ensoko TV ile nenkerubo Frida nabaltoko bwatera na soko enekebuna chibicha niliogi ile gwikira sole asenchera ya bene nere Brian Achaka akobwatia na Felicitas Kabendi nabo igo Doreen Kemundo Toskale gende kogokera emirobiri yegetaseni gensoko tumerane chinsa isatu asenda komanye amange.
Thank you.